the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final race in Season 9 here on Monday night for the OP Racing Premier Series as we crown our champion here tonight in the ButtKicker Championship at Daytona. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is KR Stolfus. In the booth with me is none other than the brand new daddy himself, that is Al Smith. But we also have a special guest. We'll get to him in just a moment. But Al, qualifying is underway, and your fans want to hear from you.
Yeah, well, glad to be here on what is going to be an exciting championship night. Looking forward to all of that, but really looking forward to calling the last race of Season 9. Who is it going to be? 4 drivers ready to put on what is hoping to be their championship run. But there's also a lot of cars out here that are going to play spoiler KR, and we are looking forward to see who will be lifting that Season 9 championship trophy.
That we will. And now we have to introduce our special guest here tonight for the first time in the booth with me. And he did bring popcorn. For those of you who are wondering, it is none other than the illustrious Kevin Freedom Fries. Freeze. Fries? Freeze? Fries. What?
Freeze.
Freeze?
Yep.
Don't shoot.
How you guys doing tonight? So tonight's going to be an interesting race. Who's going to be wanting to risk everything in the beginning? A lot of strategies going to be at play here, and hopefully these guys put on a great show for us, and we get to crown a new champion tonight.
That we do, Kevin. Well, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Over exuberant introduction for you there, but you know what? It's all in good fun.
Absolutely. Looking forward to being with you guys tonight.
All right, so Sebastian Marin and Logan Helton are championship 4. They're the 2 who have set a qualifying time right now. On the pole, though, is the 071 of Eric Laurie, Tyler Miller second, third place Sebastian Marin, our first championship contender, Daniel Holloway 4th, and now he moves into 5th as the 06 of Kody Neagles drops into that top 5. So he has moved Logan Helton out, and Peter deBorja in the 40 is our final championship contender. He is out on the speedway getting up to speed. So as Peter deBorja goes across the start-finish line, he will begin his first timed lap. 19 cars have put in a qualifying time. And that 40 is looking like he needs to win every single lap here tonight. Al, I don't know about you, but we had a conversation earlier here tonight between you and me about who was going to win. So I still don't know how this is going to play out tonight.
There's a 25% chance that either Kody Neagles, Sebastian Marin, Peter deBorja, or Logan Helton will win. Can I help? Does that help anything?
Well, they'll win the championship.
Right. Yeah, right now, it's really anything. Is deBorja's going to put it 5th overall. So a good time lap for Peter deBorja, who puts it the 5th on the grid so far. So it'd be interesting to see, KR, who does what. I think it's going to be one of those cat and mouse type of nights. We have Kody Neagles, the rookie. He's going to come in here, run for a championship. What's he got to lose? Rookie season, going to finish at least top 4 in the championship standings. Might be a little bit more aggressive than normal. Can he afford to? Or are you going to see these championship drivers kind of hang back and try to miss the mishaps if and when they happen? It's going to be interesting to see. We're going to find out 100 laps to put a crown on season number 9.
Kevin, Sebastian Marin has gotten back out on the track. You're an experienced super speedway driver. What's he going out there back for once again, even though he's turned in his qualifying time?
It's Sebastian. Yeah, I've raced with him. Normally he stays out there. He'll do some extra laps. Sometimes he'll just make sure his brakes are set up right. You don't want to have any of those technology problems be the reason why you're messed up and not fully in your element, especially to start a race like this. So I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but it may be that.
All right, well, there you have it from none other than Kevin Freese. And the 33 at Jeff Crosby Jr. out for his qualifying time. We're down to the final 3 minutes, 24 seconds here in this qualifying session. Right now we have 23 drivers who have posted a qualifying time. So with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to Les Levy over in YouTube chat. How you doing, Les? Miss Tammy, how you doing? Luke Holman, thank you for joining us here tonight. Hope you enjoy the show. Stick around for the whole thing if you can. We'd love to hear you cheer loudly and often for Kody. Ashley, of course, you are always welcome. Please do continue to cheer for your favorite driver as well. And Kathy, Miss Grimes, I know who you're cheering for, but why don't you let us know as many times as you feel like it who you are rooting for. We want to have you guys loud as possible in YouTube chat, so just go ahead and hit that caps lock key, leave it on. We know you're screaming. We want to hear it. So Al, championship night, final race in season number 9. Kody Neagles, Peter deBorja, Sebastian Marin, Logan Helton. That is how they qualified, but that may not be how they end up running here in the championship race.
No, I mean, they got a lot of time here. Plus, to mention, I know we'll get to it, but only one extra backup car available. None of those 4 want to use that car unless they absolutely need to. But the nerves coming in here tonight, knowing you're going to run for a championship, the nerves have to be high. You spent all season long. You had to be perfect for these first 18 weeks and have a little bit of lady luck on your side. Will she stick around? We're going to find out for these 4 drivers here tonight.
All right, with that being said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup here in the ButtKicker Championship night at Daytona.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us here on the ButtKicker Championship Night at Daytona. I am your host. My name is KR Stolfus. In the booth with me is Al Smith and our special guest, Kevin Freese. But right now, we have to get through our starting lineup for the night. The final race of the season. Eric Laurie in the 071 puts it on pole position from Meteor Racing with a quick time of 50.344 on his outside. That is his teammate, the 88 of Gabe Butler. Tyler Miller in the 24 on the inside of row number 2. Kody Neagles, our first championship contender, on the outside of row number 2. Look out, here is Peter deBorja in the 40. He is our second championship contender on the inside of row number 3. Sebastian Marin right to his outside. Oh man, Sebass has speed week in and week out. Mark Mann in the 04 finds himself on the inside of row number 4. Daniel Holloway in the 21 to the outside. Both drivers from Alliance Motorsports. Logan Helton in the 63, our final championship contender on the inside of row number 5. This man has everything to lose. It has been a dominating season from him. We'll see if he can wrap this one up and pick up his first championship of his OP career here on Monday night. And Dave Hunt in the 53 on the outside of row number 5.
Row number 6, we'll see Vicente Guerrero and the Hall of Famer himself, Jim Mayer in car 95, starting 12th. Zach Workman in the 19 will roll off 13th, and outside of him is the Skull Bandit himself, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Travis Elliott and Richard Kuhn will make up row number 8, and row number 9 will be the number 17 of Jimmy Reynolds and Hunter Reynolds from Fuel Sim Racing. Anthony English and JD Crow will make up your first 10 starting rows.
Rick Seabrands in the 4, Andy Brigante in the 22nd starting spot. That is the 13 race car. Row number 12, Sean McCara in the 71, and to his outside, that is the 9 of Nate Warren. Row number 13 will be Sean Stevens in the 27, Richard Sanchez in the 510, Jeremy Funk, Dan Harrington, and BK Anderson round out the 29 car field that we have on tap here tonight. But BK Anderson did miss the call to the grid. Let's take a quick look at our race info here for the final race in season number 9. Tonight, it's all about Logan Helton, Sebastian Marin, Peter deBorja, Kody Neagles. You have got to rely on your teammates because the winner takes all, or the driver who finishes first in front of all of our championship contenders stages at lap 25 and 50. One fast repair, and by the way, that green flag is out, and the 071 and the 88, they are drag racing into turn number 1 side by side. Al, here we go.
Yeah, getting up through the gearbox, and that John Deere is trying to run. Peter deBorja is going to bail out our first championship contender, bailing outside down below the yellow line. He looks like he'll be dropping to the back of the field or mid-pack, maybe getting out of harm's way. I like the call early on in this one, but you got to be up front. You want to be leading right now. The checker flag were to fly. Sebastian Marin, and that 23 would be your championship driver. He goes to the inside of Miller off of turn number 4. They come across stripe, lap number 1 into the books.
All right, Kevin, here we go. Green flag conditions. Let's test your broadcasting chops. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. It's interesting to see Peter go to the back, but if you think about it, this race, the stage points won't affect anybody in this championship 4. They're best of the 4, they win the championship. So it's probably a very smart decision. Hopefully he stays out of trouble and can get that car right back up there when it counts. And it looks like the bottom line is the much stronger line early here tonight. It's interesting if that outside gets tight to them, getting those temps up on the inside cars, if the outside can then become the stronger line. It's just interesting dynamics to watch here race to race.
All right, so Eric Laurie in the 071 had quick time in qualifying, has been out in front as we now start lap 3 of 100. I want to give a huge shout out to everyone who has joined us. Big hello to Seth Gruber, Kevin Neagles, David Overstreet, Jeff Crosby Sr., and Miss Maxine Grimes, and of course, Miss Mara. How you doing, Mara Clark? We always appreciate all y'all being out here. Crystal Skaggs, rooting for Kody Neagles. Oh my goodness, even Zach Fritsch. What? Zach Fritsch? Wait, he's not out here?
He got lost on the way to the track, KR.
Oh no. You know what? I'm not surprised. It's Zach.
We could all see Zach having a Michael Waltrip commercial moment being at the wrong track, but he has plenty of good reason to not be here tonight.
Yes, he does. And Zach is celebrating a new addition to the family, so congratulations. Al? What? I mean, you got some experience on this.
I do, so congratulations to Zach. Enjoy your non-sleepful nights so that'll be coming. But yeah, no, congratulations to the whole Fritz family. That's exciting news. And well, it's a good thing he's not on track.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine sleep?
Not in a bad way, KR.
Huh?
Not in a bad way that came out as, but
Absolutely. I was just going to say, can you imagine a sleep-deprived Zach Fritsch on track? I mean, like, even when he's fully functioning, he's like a back marker and can't do anything. And now we put him as sleep-deprived? Wait, did I say that out loud? No. All right, we're good.
I tell you, we were 3 wide for a moment. They've settled it out 2 wide as Sebass has gone to the front of this one, leading the way in that Ford Mustang up on the front of this one. Miller working that outside groove, and he's got some help with the 53 of Dave Hunt, Jeff Crosby, and the 51 of Cole Trickle. I mean, that is Travis Elliott tonight in the Exxon 51.
Very interesting watching the dynamic of this race. Normally, during the regular season, beginning of the playoffs, you have that 2 wide stack for almost the majority of the field. But here it looks like a lot of people are content to ride around, save their fast repair, and that might make the playoff guys more willing to ride up front for a significant portion of the race, because nobody's really taking huge risks out there, and hopefully that means we can have a clean race tonight.
Well, right now, Anthony English in 17th spot has the fastest lap of the race. As we ride on board, looking out the front of this 44 Mountain Dew Game Fuel. I tried to combine way too many words. Sebastian Marin is our race leader in the 23, and we do have a new fast lap. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, turning a 46.36 lap time. So Hunter Reynolds taking over Anthony English's spot as the fastest driver on the speedway. But Sebastian Marin, Tyler Miller, they are leading their respective lanes. We're coming up on lap number 8. And Kevin, we talked about this in the pre-race. When are they going to hit pit road here tonight?
You would typically see this in the next lap, maybe 2. It all depends on if you've been running out front the whole time, if you want that extra security. You don't want to lose a playoff or a championship based on miscalculating your fuel mileage. So it's going to be interesting. I believe we have our first cars on pit road here, so maybe we'll see a large number. And there might be some people who go long just to avoid the pack entirely. Coming to that stage break, want to stay safe and have all clear track, let people destroy their cars if they want to coming to the stage break. So it's going to be fun to watch.
All right, Al. So we have Vicente on pit road with JD Crow and Kody Neagles. So Limitless has made their pit stop. Here comes another big group, Al. What are you seeing? Oh, Al died. He's gone. Al, you there? Nope, he's dead. All right, well, Tyler Miller in the 24 continues to lead now as Sebastian Marin stays out. So, Kevin, Sebastian Marin is stayed out. Peter deBorja in the 40 is also not hit pit road, but Logan Helton and Kody Neagles have made their pit stops. So we have two drivers who are stretching this just a little bit, two drivers who have already come on pit road. How is this going to play out for them?
It's going to be, they're obviously the pack that pit the earliest. That would have been the Kody Neagles, Vicente, and JD. If they had a strong pit exit, they're going to catch this pack possibly with a huge run, but it looks like they have a little bit of separation. So they're going to have some work to do. Looks like Logan's group got out of the pit road pretty strong. Him and Jim Mayer, bumper to bumper. That is the most important thing for your pit exit. It's not so much the entry, it's that exit that really counts and can help you pull away.
So pit exit is the most important part of the pit stop?
Absolutely. It just allows you to get that momentum back because you don't want to take as many risks coming into pit road. You don't want to run your teammate over or get run over by another competitor. You just want to be able to get onto pit road smooth and exit as fast as you can. It's a little trickier here at Daytona because of the flat apron. So it's that much more important because you don't want to lose all your momentum on the pit exit as you see the leaders going by a group on the inside who didn't have that full up to speed by the time they were catching them.
All right, so right now we're down to 12 drivers who have not hit pit road. Sebastian Marin in the 23, your race leader, your championship contender. Let's take a look at who our championship contenders are. That is Kody Neagles, Sebastian Marin, Peter deBorja, and Logan Helton. And as we work lap 12 of 100, let's see who has been on a hot streak leading up to this race here in the last three races. Logan Helton, Kody Neagles, and Peter deBorja make that list. So you got to wonder what happened to Sebastian Marin in the last three races. But right now he is out in front and he is leading this thing. Maybe he is trying to send an early message. Sebastian Marin, though, does have a stage win or two this season. In fact, it's 5, but Logan Helton has 7. And several other of our championship contenders are on this list as well. Peter deBorja with 1. Kody Neagles with 2. Stage wins aren't important, like you said, Kody, but sorry, not Kody, Kevin. My bad. But Kevin, what do you have to do to make sure that you're doing everything you can to demoralize your competition?
Well, right now you have the split decision basically in this pack of pitting early versus staying out and trying to run the best lap times you can. And those leaders are actually running about a 10th, sometimes very similar lap times. So they're being more than respectable with those. And they just want to keep building that time up. And once they see their lap times fall off, then I believe we'll see them all on pit road. But right now, they're in a comfortable spot. They're riding around. The caution comes out. They're still okay. Obviously, that second pack would cycle to the lead. But they're just trying to stay organized and build as much of a distance as they can.
Gotta have big distance. And Al, we're not sure if you're still here or not, but let me know if you're here.
I'm back.
Oh, hi.
I lost sound, so I apologize for that. I don't know what happened. But
No, I could tell something happened that you weren't too happy about, but welcome back.
well, thank you, because they are 3 wide. Yeah, I don't. Someone unplugged the headset for a moment, I think. But anyways, back to action here, and well, they are mixing it up. I'm watching it here. Is that they have the 63 of Logan Helton, 3 wide into turn number 3. Is we were talking about they were being calm, and now they're 3 wide action here. Is I think the calmness is maybe the nerves are out of the system. They've made that pit stop or getting ready to, and now the race is on.
I do want to point out Checkered Flag Motorsports underrepresented here tonight. A lot of chat going on about Checkered Flag Motorsports as they are transitioning into Wreck House Racing. But Les Levy, David Overstreet, David Booth, and none of those drivers are out there tonight. Did I throw you all for a curve?
Well, one thing you can see with this pack that's now this second pack, that once they went 3 wide, they lost a lot of their organization and their lap times have hurt significantly since then. The front pack is still running close to the same times, but they're not making the time that they were on the leaders. It really might hurt them in the long run of this pit cycle. It's going to be fun to watch. As you see Gabe coming out with Peter, hopefully they can get connected and tag on to this group.
Ah, man, as they blend into the backstretch, it's going to be hard for them to stay with this group right here. They are already falling behind. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 is our race leader. Hunter Reynolds right behind him. So father-son duo running 1 and 2. Sebastian Marin in the 23. Not sure what he is doing here. This is a unique play out of the 23. I have not seen him run this strategy this season that I can recall. But he is trying to stretch his tank out. So, Al, can you back me up on this? Is this normal for the 23?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this juncture of the race, we haven't really talked about the 23 being up front or even playing this sort of strategy call right now. But up there, up front, he's got 2 of his teammates in front of him. He's got the Buck Wild Racing teammates behind him as they all work down the backstretch. I kind of like this play, but we know that they cannot make it 25 laps on that tank of fuel. So right now, they're giving up. They're 32 seconds in front. Is it a play that you'd have to take less fuel to make it to the end of there? As we do say that, they all will peel off top 3 cars. Or was it a play not to come down with a lot of cars, to come down, work together? We all know how much teammates mean to each other. They come down 3 wide on pit road. So your race leader now going to be Sean Stevens, KR, and you know what that means.
Sean Stevens in the 27 is your race leader. Dave Hunt in the 53. Speaking of Dave Hunt, it has been a while since we have done this. Dave Hunt in the top 5. We're gonna let the Bucks go wild right now as they are celebrating on the front lawn. The snow is out. It is winter time here in the United States. Daytona doesn't have snow, probably will never have snow, but the Bucks have gone wild. Dave Hunt in the 53 on the pit road. Richard Kuhn following him. Sean Stevens in the 27, the race leader, also causing the Bucks to go wild as he has Buck Wild all over that race car. OMG, they hit pit road, and now here comes Logan Helton, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Zach Workman. They're going to have a full head of steam as they make their way past our race leader. This group will take over the top spot.
That they have, and they are still 3 abreast here with just 6 laps remaining here in stage number 1. The stage will end the completion of lap 25. Logan Helton working down to the inside. He is going to flash by the 53. Now the 47, the Kuhn. Sean Stevens is getting back up to speed. He'll get swallowed up here. So your new race leader and championship leader, Logan Helton, now to the front of this one as they are still 3 abreast. And Kevin, I got to ask, you out there with these guys most of the season, how nerve-wracking is it to here at Daytona to be 3 abreast, knowing how close you have to run? This track is not very wide enough to do 3, but you can't make a mistake.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't make a mistake when you're 3 wide, and you're just counting, especially when you're that outside line. You're counting on that middle lane and that lower lane to hit their marks, because if they're off just a little bit, you're in trouble. There's nowhere to go. There's not nearly as much room to escape as you would have at Talladega, which is why I'm sure Logan is very happy to see this race go back to 2 wide. You saw Sebastian came out of the pits. He's not in this main group, and I think that's all calculating your risks. Where do you want to set yourself up for? While maintaining your track position up front is nice, you don't want to take the risk of having your track position but not having your fast repair come to the time when it actually pays. And the whole middle section of this race is all going to be calculated risk.
So calculated risk. What if you're not good at math?
You can do math. If you see people are stacked up 3 wide, or if you see people side drafting really hard, where it's causing that inside line to check up a lot because that front car just can't clear the air. You don't want to be anywhere in that middle of the pack, because that's where the checkups are going to impact you the most. And if the person behind you doesn't check up or see it enough or fast enough, you could be down a car, or God forbid you were in another accident in the middle of the beginning of the race, or you had an incident on pit road, had to use your fast repair. That could be it.
All right, well, here we go. Final few laps in stage number 1. Now, our championship 4 do not care about a stage win, but everyone else still has an opportunity to gain some points and make something happen. Now, I will say, the championship 4, it doesn't matter how they do on stages. They just want to beat the other 3 drivers. However, Logan Helton is having the best season of a driver we have seen in OP racing. And I'll tell you what, he is out to win every stage. He is out to lead every lap. And I truly feel it is his championship to lose. And he is going to try and win this stage. He's going to try and win stage number 2. And he is going to try and be our champion at the end of this one. So Al, that 63 is out in front. He's got his teammates behind him, and now he moves up to the middle lane.
He moves up to that middle lane to kind of block the momentum that was starting to build there. Now we'll cut back down low, but in front of the Batman himself, Markman, as they go 3 abreast here. You're going to get the white silk this time by the flag stand. And Logan Helton working down the inside. And KR, I think last season, towards the end of the season, Logan Helton found something, found the confidence, found whatever you want to say. He came out swinging this year and is the most winningest driver this season, leading right now with the white flag out there. Helton, I think, came in as the odds-on favorite, but we all know what can happen here at Daytona as they come off a turn number 2 and down the backstretch. Who's going to win stage number 1?
Here they come down the backstretch. Logan Helton, 7 stage wins to his credit so far this season. Final race in season number 9. He's going to look to try and add another one to it. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 off of his door panel. Here they come down the front stretch. Stage number 1 about to end, and the 63 of Logan Helton picks up that stage win and lets everyone know that he is here to win the championship tonight, even if he has to do it stage by stage, lap after lap.
That was a very, very big message. You're the other 3 drivers, not one other championship hopeful inside the top 10. The next one you have to look back to is in 14th with Sebastian Marin at the end of stage number 1. So a very, very convincing stage 1. And if you're the competitors, what are you thinking? All right, 63's out there. He's won stage number 1. Well, we presume that he's won stage number 1. If you're the competitors out there, so we have trouble down in the turn number 3 car. One car sideways. Looked like that was the 77 of Booth. Not sure what happened.
Everyone backing up, waiting for the pace car. Sean McCara looked like he had something happen too. his internet connection, he zoned out, slammed on the brakes, and then everyone behind him had to react. So on the pit road comes the 63, and Kevin, we try to wait for the drivers to come off of pit road before we interview them. I'm going to throw you under the bus. You get to interview Logan for this stage win for your first time out here tonight. No pressure.
Awesome.
Don't mess up.
I will try not to.
Just don't. All right, so I am getting ready to pull Logan in. And so, Kevin, you now get to talk to our stage 1 winner, Logan Helton. So, Kevin, take it away.
Hey, Logan, it's Kevin up in the booth. How you doing tonight? Great first stage there.
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. How are you feeling up in the booth?
Oh, awesome. It's been a good race to watch. You guys have kept it really clean and also aggressive there at the end. How are you feeling about staying up front?
It's what I want to do. It's risky, but if I can keep, a 10-car gap to the other playoff guys the whole night, that's them that's got to work hard at the end of it, and that's me who can relax at the front, and that's the strategy I'm going for tonight. It seemed to work out because the closest playoff guy that I last checked, he was in 14th. So
yeah, absolutely. There in state track position is such a key, especially here at Daytona with the narrow track. So I hope you can stay up there, keep that car clean, and best of luck with the end of your championship run here tonight. Hope to talk to you at the end, maybe even stage 2.
Maybe even stage 2. Maybe we can pull another sweep in 3 races. 2 sweeps in 3 races would be pretty cool.
Absolutely. Best of luck out there. Keep the car clean.
Thank you very much.
All right, Logan. Hey, this is KR. Before we let you go, man, shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to say here tonight that maybe you haven't said yet?
Just thanks again to you guys, Turn 3 Race Network, for the broadcast. Thanks to all my teammates at Alliance Motorsports, Nexus Esports as well, just riding for the paint scheme, my friends and family for watching. And I'll tell you what I had for dinner tonight at the end of this thing. There we go.
That's what I'm after. Do it. Let me know.
I will tell you at the end.
Oh, at the end. I thought you meant the end of the stage. That's embarrassing. I'm going to go crawl into a hole.
No, it's fine. Just take a little break and let Kevin take care of the commentating for right now.
Okay, Kevin. You're in charge now, Kevin. All right, Logan, thank you very much, man. Good luck to you in the rest of this race.
Thank you very much.
And he didn't tell me what he was eating tonight. I wanted him to tell me. That SOB, he's keeping it a secret.
I thought last week, didn't he have pizza and Gatorade?
It's what kind of pizza and what kind of drink. And he's keeping it a secret tonight. So Kevin,
yeah,
if he wins stage 2, Kevin, you've got to get that information from him.
Hey, maybe he just doesn't want it to be the last time we talk to him, so he's hoping for that championship conversation to inform everybody then.
All right, here we go once again to kick off stage number 2. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Please make sure you continue to cheer loudly and often for your driver in YouTube chat. If you haven't done so yet, give this broadcast a thumbs up. These drivers need it for their egos. Kevin would like to see as many as he can get for his first time in the booth. And holy cow, here we go. Stage number 2 is underway as Jeff Crosby Jr. and Logan Helton battle side by side into turn number 1. Al, here we go once again.
And stage number 2, this one could get a little bit exciting. It's a shorter distance due to the way the yellow flag falls and the yellow flag laps. And right now they work down the backstretch and everybody's starting to push a little bit harder as that final pay window is going to start to get greased up here as we work stage number 2. Logan Helton to the outside, Crosby down low. Here comes Man with a great push to the Skull Bandit off of turn number 4.
See that top line getting a really strong run there. Now they're going to get a little separated, but they're going to hope for that run off turn 2. I'm sure Logan would love to get back down to that bottom lane just to set himself up the shorter pit stop that they are able to get here in stage 2.
Logan Helton, Rick Seabrams, Jeff Crosby Jr., Zach Workman, and Tyler Miller, your top 5. Your race leader is the 63 of Logan Helton. OMG. Logan Helton has the 4 of Rick Seabrams on his back bumper. Teammates running 1 and 2. Jeff Crosby Jr. making a move to the outside as he slices up in front of Zach Workman. And now Alliance Motorsports running the first 5 cars down on the inside row. I'm not sure that was the right move for the 33 to make, but here we go once again. Alliance Motorsports doing all they can to get one of their drivers into victory lane.
And they are working it down the backstretch, but that outside line with a little bit more momentum. Now Crosby's going to drop down as the Instacart trying to deliver the groceries to the front of the pack. Down in 3 and 4, it is Zach Workman. He's got Miller in the disturbed 24. He's working the backside. Here comes Cole Trickle in the 51. Tires are matched perfect. They work here through cross there. It is going to be Crosby at the line. We close in, working lap number 32. The pushes are starting to get heavier. The runs are getting a lot faster. Business is picking up.
Kevin, can you please correct Al on who drove the 51 in Days of Thunder?
That Days of Thunder came out. I don't even know if I was live.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. It was not Cole Trickle who drove the 51
He drove it at
in the
the
race.
end.
He drove it in a practice session. This is a race.
Yeah, but he drove it at the end, KR.
But you do see a lot of stage 1 shaping up similar way to stage 2 is shaping up similar to stage 1, where you have 3 of the 4 championship contenders with no interest to be mixing it up in that front pack. You have Logan up there. He wants to stay up front, as he told us. But the rest of the 3, they're have at it, guys. We just want to stay safe for the night.
Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33 on the inside. Zach Workman in the 19 on the outside. That is your line leaders right now, all the way back to kindergarten. Each and every one of these drivers wants to be that line leader. As here comes our first round of pit stops in stage number 2. Oh, Logan Helton locked it up, got a little bit sideways, gathered it back in, and was able to hold on to it. He is the first championship contender on the pit road. Sebastian Marin stays out, Kody Neagles stays out, and Peter deBorja stay out as well. That will give our championship battle lead to the 23 of Sebastian Marin. And Al, I don't know. We saw the 23 run long in stage number 1. What's his plan here?
Yeah, and that stage in running long did not really pan out unless they were trying to get towards the back to kind of ride through stage number 2, as more cars will peel off the raceway and they will stay out. So Marin staying out, he's surrounded by his teammates. Kody Neagles right there behind him as well, and Peter deBorja rounding out your top 10. I don't think he can stay out too long, but yet again, it's only stage number 2. Marin and if you have your teammates around you, they're going to work with you. They're not out there. They're not trying to get the stage points. They're going to try to help get their driver that championship here tonight at Daytona. I don't know. I'm not sure what the play call to be. That's why I'm up here. I'm not on the crew chief box. Kevin, if you're seeing your competitors coming down pit road, are you panicking at this point, or are you staying out to try to maybe split up and stay out of harm's way?
It all depends on the strategy that you've probably decided with your teammates coming into this race, but you're also, all these drivers are for the most part running apps that give them lap times for the other drivers that are on track. And if you see that you guys on track are turning better lap times, you're going to stay up. Just try to either get a lead or maintain where you were. They were about a second off the leaders when that pit cycle began. So it's going to be very interesting to see what is their long-term play. And if the other groups come out disorganized, if anybody gets a black flag, they're going to come out slower. So you may keep the more consistent lap time. And the less cars you pit with, the safer you are.
Richard Sanchez in the 510, the 26 of Hunter Reynolds in the Reynolds wrap, the 23 of Sebass, old Sebastian Marin. That is your top three right now. We're working lap 37 of 100. Vigente I don't know. I can't roll my R's. He rounds out the top five. He is in this lead pack. But I'll tell you what, Limitless really has shown up in a big way this season. And Kevin, I don't know if you noticed, but Vigente and Kody and JD Crow, they're running nose to tail. And that Kody Neagles, he's a rookie. He has nothing to lose. If you're out there in your rookie season in a season-long battle for a championship and you get in, what are you doing here? Because you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking to Kody all week, we're in various Facebook chats, and he's been excited for this. I know he has a bunch of people in the chat who were having a watch party tonight for him, and he's looking forward to see what he can do. All those teammates have been really committed to running together on the track, as you've seen with FSR, but it's a different game plan than you've seen Logan and Alliance have. There's a lot of different strategies, but who's going to have the best one? It's the patience versus wanting that track position and stay up front.
All right, so we have to take a quick moment here, and we're going to pull in our fourth broadcaster here tonight because it is a special night, and this is none other than the illustrious. Well, you know what? I lied. I'm sorry. He's just a street gutter.
Stop.
No, it's
No,
street gutter.
keep
It's
going.
Zach. Zach, street gutter. Zach, how you doing, Zach? Street gutter, Zach.
I like where you're going first, not this.
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. You know what? I tried to hype up. It just didn't work. But Zach, thank you very much for joining us. This is Zach Fritsch, driver of the 12. Alan, he couldn't be a championship driver, so we'll make him a championship commentator.
That one hurts. That one hurts a little bit.
It's fine. It's fine. Walk it off. Walk it off. Al, you got a burn for Zach?
I don't.
Kevin?
I mean, well, he drives a Chevy. Zach, can you go to a
There's
Ford
nothing
next
wrong with
year?
a Chevy.
Oh.
At least I'll say the 51 is Rowdy Burns.
Okay. All right,
Got him.
Zach. You know
Got
what? You got credit for me. All right, Zach. Al, you are now the low man on the totem pole.
That's all right. Let's go
All
here
right,
to
well-
the popcorn stand for you.
Oh no! Oh, conflictions.
Just let me know if my mic starts messing up. If I need to
It
fix it.
is already messing up, by the way.
Is it really?
Yep.
Yeah, it's static again.
It's Zach.
All
It's
right,
normal.
It's better now. There you go. There you go.
There it is. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, in the booth right now, we have myself, which is the beautiful KR Solvis, and the illustrious Al Smith, who has a beard to die for, and of course, a cute little girl. And then we have Kevin Freeze for the first time with us, and Zach Fritsch, who is not out on track because he also has a new addition to his family. So, gentlemen, Zach, I've been talking to Kevin and Al all night long. So, Zach, the floor is yours. Tell us about your new addition.
Oh my gosh, they're getting ready to be a wreck already. At least
Yeah,
when I'm
they got
watching.
close.
They're getting way close here on the back stretch. If you go to Mark Man and them right now, KR. Yeah, I mean it's 3 wide. It's
Oh, there
we go,
goes
there we
Tyler
go.
Miller. Oh, our first caution
Oh.
for an incident is out on the speedway.
They're still going. Peter deBorja got to slam on the brakes. He'll make it by with unscathed. So a tight moment for the extra life number 40 of Peter deBorja. Because he had to really hit the hooks there. Get on by the spinning car, 24 of Tyler Miller.
On board with the 40 of Peter deBorja. As we look at this, the crash has already happened. Peter deBorja is trying to work his way through as they are still trying to figure out how they want to crash. And at that point, he's got to be saying, guys, come on, what is going on here? But we see our first contacts here. And this is the first caution of the night for an incident. Jim Mayer, Tyler Miller, and it looked like Jim Mayer, his throttle hung just for a minute. And that is what caused the 40 to have a big moment. As they go into the corner, the 95, the 24 make contact, and the 47, the 53. Anthony English in the 44. Nate Warren gets involved. Big time dust up here at Daytona. But a big shout out to everyone who has been joining us here tonight. We are working lap 43 of 100. As we go back to live shot here, as everyone is going to come down pit road. Want to give a huge shout out to the watch party for Kody Neagles. Kevin, Al, Zach, you guys ever had watch parties for your races?
Yeah, if you count like one or two people, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, I'd say one or two. I haven't got like more than 3 or 4.
I mean, it sounds like there's homemade chili and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I think we're at the wrong house for this race here tonight.
I was just about to say that.
I think we are too. I want some homemade chili.
I do too.
I am one of those guys though. I can't eat beans with my chili. And I gotta have noodles in it. Gotta have noodles in the chili.
Noodles?
Noodles in the chili?
What kind of noodles?
Yeah. Some like mac and cheese
like
noodles.
Spaghetti noodles?
No, mac and
Ricotta?
cheese noodles. Like, come on. Oh,
ravioli?
Noodle. Get ravioli,
what kind of
give me
Italian?
The formioli.
Bob Lacavera is in this league, and you're gonna say noodles?
Noodles.
Oh my gosh, the Italian mafia is coming
Noodles.
after you.
Good.
Oh, Lord. How about
All
this,
right,
KR?
what?
Logan Helton stayed out. He was last on pit lane, lap 33. That really worked out for Sebastian Marin and the Fuel Sim Racing team, as they were able to come down pit road and come out inside the top 10.
Sebastian Marin is 9th. So, Kevin, you're familiar with the 23. What's he thinking here? What's his shot? What's his play? He stayed out long time in stage number 1. Hits pit road here in stage number 2. So, little inconsistent, but there's got to be something deeper going on.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to cycle out to 9th. It's going to be really interesting to watch if he wants to stay up there, because he's made his intention pretty clear throughout the race that he doesn't want to be up there.
I'm starting to see track position here. I'm thinking that after this stage, he just wants to be close up here. That way, after this stage, he's got track position ready for the final stage. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking stage 1, he just wanted to be out of the buffer, make sure he's avoiding all the wrecks, and then get track position and get him ready for the final stage.
Now, is it equal to less time on pit road at the stage break to kind of leapfrog people? Like to have, obviously less fuel you need to take? Is it?
I mean, it depends. Like, there's so like usually when you go in where you're at in the caution, you're usually going to come out basically where you came in at, unless some people do 0 tires and just straight gas only. But then you're only like giving minus or +2 positions, you know what I mean? And it's not like a huge drastic difference as if he stayed out right here and stayed up here in the top 10 for this stage, and then now he's going to pit within the top 10, and he's still probably going to come out within the top 10. Now, if he's in the back during this stage and they go in the pit after this stage, you're not going to be able to see him drastically get to the top 10 with only taking fuel or something. But KR, we're getting ready to go green, so you take it away.
Here we go. Logan Helton in the 63 leading this field to the green flag. Rick Seabrands, his teammate, to his inside. What are the team orders right now as they have the 04 of Mark Mann in this bunch, the 21 of Daniel Holloway. Oh my goodness, look out. Alliance Motorsports starting to set up a team lockout. Can they do it? Can Zach Workman interrupt their plans along with the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr.? And I don't know, someone said something about Tom Cruise being in the 51, but I had very adverse reaction to that statement.
I don't see Russ Wheeler out there either, KR.
Ooh, no Hardy's cars. No Hardy's cars. So Al, take it away as they're battling into turn number 3.
That they do, and they are 2x2 up in the front of this one. It is Seabrands and Workman holding up the first 2 positions. They work off the corner. This time by there'll be 4 laps to go in stage number 2. Right now, Logan Helton is still your championship leader. Sebastian Marin runs there in the 10th position. He is the 5th car in line, right behind Hunter Reynolds in that 26. Leaving a little bit of a gap there as they're pushing up at the front of this one, getting a little bit harder.
Yeah, you see the pushing getting really, a lot more aggressive. That top line is very organized, but that bottom run is still maintained the stronger run. Even on that restart, you were able to see Zach clear to the top, and he's maintaining his spot. Logan is a very good pusher on these super speedway tracks, and you're seeing it right now. He wants to push Zach clear so he has his best shot to maintain that next stage win, just building his pieces for the end of the race.
Yeah, as you can see here, Workman getting a little ahead of the Rick going in turn number 1. I mean, keep in mind, it's all important of the 3rd car in line too to help you guys out when pushing. As you can see, ooh, there's a little stack up there on the top lane. They had to check up a little bit, but you know, the 51, you know, being right up on Jeff. Workman and Logan are getting a huge run. I wouldn't be surprised if Logan actually thinks about going 3 wide here if Workman doesn't go down.
There you see it, the 19 as Zach Workman drops down to the inside. Luke Coleman, how you doing? Thank you very much for continuing to cheer for your driver. He is rooting hardcore for Kody Neagles in the 06, and right now Kody finds himself a little bit deep in the field, but that's okay because it is a winner take all, or you have to beat your other 3 championship contenders. So Kody Neagles could theoretically finish 13th spot and still win the championship. That's all well and good, but here we go. 1 more lap to go this time around as they get, let me start over. They will get the 1 to go this time around here on lap 49 as we work towards the end of stage number 2. And Al, Zach Workman, he's got a lot to go for. There's still some points laid out for the drivers who are not in the championship. Zach Workman trying to get a stage win.
Yeah, just because you're not in that championship for it doesn't mean there's not points, positions, and prize money on the line for this series. They work off the corner number 2 and down the backstretch. It is Workman still showing the way, but the push to the outside. Here comes Logan Helton. Can he sweep the stages? We're going to find out as they enter turn number 3.
Logan Helton in the 63 on the high side. Zach Workman on the inside lane. Here they come off of turn number 4. We see the outside lane with momentum from time to time down the straightaway, but I don't think Logan Helton has enough. Zach Workman in the 19 is gonna take stage number 2. Logan Helton in 2nd place for the stage. That means he's got a 1st place stage number 1, a 2nd place stage number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the race for the 63 at this point to lose. He is putting his stamp on each and every single lap of this race. Al, oh my goodness, Zach, go ahead.
I was going to say Workman just really wants to have an interview with us. He sees how many people are in this booth.
Oh.
That's what it is. He knows the batter Zach's in here.
Who?
You heard me.
Nah, I'm sorry, you were breaking up. I was driving through a tunnel.
Maybe you should stop doing that. I seen you on that party bus.
I probably should. Want to give a shout out to Scavenger LL, Seth Groover. Seth, thank you very much for cheering for all the drivers. We, of course, are talking hardcore about our championship 4, but Seth is here for all the drivers, and there's 29 drivers out there, 28 drivers, 27. We do have some housekeeping to do as I look at the score chart. BK Anderson did not start the race here tonight. Sean McCare has been on pit road since lap 32 and the last 9.5 minutes. But Seth Groover, he don't care. He's rooting for those guys just as much as every one of us. And Kevin and Zach are in the booth with me. And of course, there's Al, my snuggle buddy. I just kind of get my fingers lost in his beard. Did I say that out loud again?
Yeah, Kara, I don't know why you keep telling people our secrets.
You rub some beard oil into it too?
Absolutely.
Make it nice and shiny. And
I don't know what you're talking about. Zach Workman on the pit road, changing subjects, moving on. Oh, this got embarrassing. Workman into his pit stall, the 19. The 33 misses it just a little bit. That's coming up on the highlight reel. We won't say it to his face, though. All right, so who wants to interview Zach Workman?
Those goes.
All right, Zach Fritz is going to interview Zach Workman. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. He is off of pit road, and I am going to do some magic to find him and pull him into our channel. Give me just a moment here.
You need some help.
All right, Zach, and Zach, take it away.
Hey, how's it going, Lesser Zach?
Hi, Zach. Why are you not out here, bud?
What do you know exactly why I'm not out there?
No, what happened?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I got a Peter deBorja sex trophy.
Oh,
Yeah,
sweet.
Yeah, I got one of those.
Oh, already more successful than him.
So anyways, nice job of getting the stage. I seen you doing a little wishy-washy, up in the top lane, and it looks like you were really dedicated to get to that stage. Tell us how the race is going so far.
Going good. Peter needs a friend up here because he wants to stay in the back and protect his little car. So I'm just trying to cause a little bit of havoc up here, breaking the Alliance box-in situation. Did a little bit of blocking, but, we got in front. We're going to keep on doing that until this 40 car gets in front. Actually wants to play with these big boys out here, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Actually wants to play with the big boys. Gotcha. Well, made a strong little effort trying to get to the playoffs here, which fortunately came short. Just wanted to congratulate you though on a tough, nice little finish, for the Monday playoffs. I have eventually ran out of stuff to say. This KR likes to throw me right underneath the bus. So, but yeah, just what do you need to do to finish this race to see about either you winning or helping Peter?
Not die. That's goal number 1. Not get turned. So I got to be better than that, whatever that means. But I'll do shout outs because I know you're dying. But
yeah.
Shout out to Meteor Racing. If you don't know yet, this is our last kind of group effort as a team. So we're trying to go out strong, get Peter the championship. Got to shout out Dan for
breaking news.
Got to shout out Dan for being a great team owner, and all my friends and family watching. And we'll see if we can get it done tonight.
Awesome. Good job, Workman. And better future luck to you for the rest of this race.
Thank you, sir.
All right, there you have it. Zach Workman, our stage 2 winner. But we are about ready to go green flag racing in the final sprint to the end. Sebastian Marin on the inside of row number 1 for this restart. Hunter Reynolds to his outside. Zach Workman, Jimmy Reynolds making up row number 2. Then it's Nate Warren and Richard Kuhn for row number 3. Al, the lights have failed on the Ford Mustang. Imagine that. The Ford butt stain gets out of the way, and here we go. Green flag is back out. Final stage, final race here in season number 9. Who is going to be our championship winner? Sebastian Marin right now is out in front of the other 3 contenders, and out they're off into turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, they are into the high gear, and right now Workman giving a good push to the 23 Sebastian Marin off of turn number 2. Here comes the outside with the Fuel Sim Racing cars. But the Reynolds up on the outside. Will Marin jump up? He will not. As now Hunter Reynolds jumps up to your race lead, and car number 26 as they enter turn number 3. The outside line 2 by 2, more lined up in a line there. Richard Kuhn, the Florida native, working the outside of that 47 at Supra. He's trying to win on home soil as they work down here through the triangle. Stage number 3 is underway. Our final stage of season number 9. Hard to believe that as they work down here in the turn 1. And right now, this is where the work really gets put on these crew chiefs, the teams, everything, Kevin. What are they talking about? What are they thinking? Or is it depending on where they are sitting on the racetrack?
Yeah, this second stage is going to all come to track position and not beating yourself if you get the green flag pit stop. You see Sebastian has completely flipped the script down. He's out front in the spot that Logan was in. Logan would love to get back up there, but he's now he's in the pack. The highest Dex running is in 10th. So Sebastian wants the race to keep like this. He's got 2 teammates up there with him, and the pack is still staying relatively organized for him.
It's your turn, Zach.
Okay. Give me a second. Jeez. Anyways.
We did. And moving on, and Zach couldn't figure out what to say, so Logan Helton. Oh, I'm kidding, Zach. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I insist.
Okay, well, 2 wide. Hunter's still keeping in line with Sebastian up there at the top. Looks like we're 2 wide throughout the whole field. It looks like nobody's gone off the pack. We've still got Sean Kilobyte McCara. He's still in the pits. Call him Kilobyte because of his internet issues. So, yeah, a little slicing and dicing there in the back. But other than that, we're all staying calm going into turn number 2. Still 2 wide.
So Sebastian Marin is our race leader right now. We did have a new fast lap of the race, and I want to say it's Daniel Holloway. I have to check my notes here because it happened very quickly. Holloway at a 46.16, laying down a new fast lap for this race. Finds himself in behind the 13 of Andy Brigante. So we'll see what happens as the 44 slices down in front of the 13, causes the 13 to lift. Big flames coming out of the tailpipe of Andy Brigante, but either way, we stay green. Sebastian Marin has got himself a comfortable amount of cars between him and the next championship contender. That is the 06 of Kody Neagles. Al, Kody has some work to do. He's got some speed. He's the rookie. He is in a, kind of that I don't care what happens situation.
Yeah, Peter deBorja just had a pucker moment in turns 3 and 4. The 2 of JD Crow kind of lifted out of the gas as they were 3 wide. And, well, I guess you're going to call him Rowdy Burns. Travis Elliott working the outside. 3 wide, and now Logan Helton jumps to the outside line. Here comes Rick Seabrands behind the 63. That middle lane starting to fall apart as Jimmy Reynolds and Kuhn starting to move backwards in this group. Things are getting dicey back here in the back half of the top 10. 3 wide on the backstretch. This worse than the snow traffic I drove home in yesterday afternoon. But up front, there's Hunter Reynolds, Sebastian Marin, and Zach Workman, your top 3.
And this is absolutely what Peter and Peter, Kody, they did not want to see, because they are not in that top 10. They want to see the pack maintain the organization so that they don't get, if you lose track position now anymore, there's a risk that when you come for your pit stop that you are not going to be in that lead pack, and you do not want to lose the race based off of just getting shuffled, cars getting disorganized. But this is working out absolutely perfect. If you see Sebastian up front, you have Logan comfortably on down low with Rick right behind him. You have a lot of those teammates all forming together, trying to just line up this last stage for the run to the end.
Yeah, I mean, we're already 10 laps in, basically into this fuel run right here. If I'm not mistaken, they're only getting about 17 to 19 laps per tank. So they're trying to do everything they can to hurry up and get in front there to get that track position like Kevin's talking about, and see if maybe they can get a teammate to let them in on the bottom lane, so that way when they pit that they're they got the track position that they need. As you see, Peter actually did the gutsy move to go 3 wide with Logan now, and we're gonna see if he sticks up there. No, he's gonna fall back in line here, and let's see what happens. Let's see what they can do to try to get their way up front.
Working lap 62 of 100 down the backstretch. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 is our race leader. Sebastian Marin in the 23, second car on the inside line. Now, we have been last on pit road for a majority of the cars was lap 53. I do want to do a bit of housekeeping. BK Anderson registered for this race, did not make it to the grid, has not turned a lap in this race. Sean McCara has been on pit road for the last 20 minutes and 23 seconds. He exited on lap 32. Jim Mayer has been on and off pit road, but he is almost 9 to 10 laps down, as he had an extended situation in the 95. And outside of that, 26 cars are on the lead lap. Hunter Reynolds, our race leader. Gabe Butler in the 88, last car on the lead lap. And they are all within 1.4 seconds of each other. And Al, that's a tight group for 26 cars.
It is a very tight group, and that outside lane is starting to make some progress. Is the Peter deBorja Extra Life number 40 is only 2 cars behind Sebastian Marin. Travis Elliott working it outside with the 33 at Crosby, and well, Logan Helton had a run, got put in the sucker hole, now finds himself outside of the top 10, back in the 12th position as he rides behind the 510 of Sanchez as they work through turns 3 and 4. Nate Warren up on the front of this one. He's starting to work that number 9 to the front as they work to the outside of the 26 Hunter Reynolds. This time by 64 on the books. We start lap 65.
And you're going to start watching all of these drivers starting to position themselves for this pit stop. It's coming close. Those drivers on the outside are going to start getting uncomfortable out there, because their fuel window is just shrinking and shrinking, and they're going to get desperate. But hopefully we stay, they keep the organization with the pushing. Nobody gets pushed out sideways, because that could be disaster for the whole pack that's running 2 by 2 all the way back to at least 20th position here.
Yeah, and if this outside lane doesn't get to moving, Peter and Kody are going to need some help, because I'm starting to see Peter and Kody are aiming for their teammates right now. As you can tell, just looking at the bottom lane, Peter's aiming for Workman, for him to let him in, and Vicente's right behind Workman, so Vicente's trying to let Kody in. Meanwhile, both of them are lined up right there on the outside, and they're trying to aim for those spots. And if this outside lane doesn't get moving anytime soon, there's going to be some trouble for them trying to figure out their way down.
Sebastian Marin in the 23 is our championship leader for the moment. Then it's Peter deBorja, Kody Neagles, and Logan Helton. That is your 4 championship drivers here tonight as we're working lap 66 of 100. So Kevin, Zach, you guys are the most familiar with being down on the racing surface. And I'm going to throw it to Zach. When do you hit pit road as they come off pit road?
Right now.
Never mind.
Right now, you come right now, I guess. Whenever
Expert analysis there.
you know, whenever that fuel tank's empty, you go, or whenever you get the shot to it, because then you won't. And just like you've known before, you want to be the first one to try to hit pit road, so you're the first one out. But you also got to watch it when you're doing that, because you want to make sure you have enough fuel, or whatever you need for the end of the race or the end of the stage, whatever it is.
All right, so we had a few drivers hit pit lane. Logan Helton, the only championship contender that hit pit road that time. Sebastian Marin stayed out. Peter deBorja stayed out. Kody Neagles stayed out. And now here comes Sebastian Marin, Kody Neagles, and they all hit pit road. Peter deBorja and the 40 stays out. So with that being said, once again, I'm going to throw it to the two drivers. Where does this leave the 40 of Peter deBorja?
It leads him punching his way down right now, and he's trying to make his way to pit road this time by, I bet.
Yeah, he's trying right now to just make sure that he's also, like these first two groups, you have your teammates with you, because you need to get right off pit road, get right back up to speed, because otherwise you're just losing tons of time to these other guys. You see that Alliance Motorsports came off pit road nose to tail, and they're flying right now.
And I'm really surprised Peter actually stayed out there with Workman. Them two just being up there by themselves, that's going to lose a lot of time for them. The whole back to this field right here needs to catch up to them, and I have a feeling this is going to hurt Peter quite a bit.
All right, so with that being said, with it hurting him, what are his chances that he gets back into it? Will he need help from a caution? What are we expecting to see out of the 40?
About either one of those, super aggressiveness or a caution, because he'll definitely need something to line up with his teammate here with Workman and a couple others that are right behind him, like Harrington and Eric. He's going to need something of super aggressiveness to catch back up to the field, and if he wants that track position, to make his way up to the front.
Yeah, he's also running with Gabe Butler, and as somebody who's raced with Gabe, fuel mileage is something he knows very well. They may be trying to run here for the long game to have a very short pit stop at the end, and maybe he can gain all that time that he's lost now, run the backside of this race, and set himself up for the very last run.
All right, Al, so what are you seeing out there that we haven't covered quite yet?
I was watching the battle of the cars that have already been on pit road, and Sebastian Marin able to hold off the Alliance Motorsports Feisum right now, with Hunter Reynolds right now working the inside lane. So eventually, when the pit road activity happens for Peter deBorja, this could be the run for the championship. Right now, Kody Neagles all over the backside of Logan Helton, giving him a shove down the back sets. Neagles has Guerrero in his back pocket. So really interesting to see right now. Logan, the only one not in touch with his teammates, as they are watching the battle in front of them. You got Guerrero, Neagles, their two teammates lined up nose to tail. You have Sebastian Marin and Hunter Reynolds. Logan Helton leading this pack as they work down through the triangle into turn number 1. So they were hooked up, but they caught them, and Neagles and Fuel Sim Racing kind of jumbled up the Alliance Motorsports line that they had, and now they're running 2x2 here on lap 72.
And as you watch this group of leaders, you see them mixing up the lead. Like Sebastian just pulled up on Logan and got the push from Kody to clear down to the bottom. That also might affect their lap times, and they might not gain as much speed as they were on those leaders who are trying to play the long game here. It's going to be very interesting to watch how this cycles out. They're still running faster lap times, but in the long run, maybe this will work out for Peter.
Yeah, KR, I'd say we switch to Peter right here. We're getting ready to have a green flag pit stop by them. See if everything goes smooth with Peter here on this green flag pit stop. Make sure there's no speeding. It looks like he made it clear on the pit road with Workman. Everybody else with him, so.
Yeah, like he is our final championship contender to hit pit road, and As you get closer to the end of the race, a penalty on pit road becomes more and more drastic. So looked like a good entry for the 40 of Peter deBorja, but a very late entry on the pit road, and it looks like Sebastian Marin, Logan Helton, Kody Neagles, they're gonna surpass the 40 on the racetrack as they pass him as he is making his way back up to speed. So Al, 23:63.06, looks like this is their race now.
Yeah, the pit strategy right now, but still at least 1 to 2 more pit stops to go right now. So this could actually be working in the favor if the plan was to go long and then short pit, because then you got to force the hand of the other competitors, because you're going to make up time on them if you short pit potentially, I do believe. But right now, Sebastian Marin and Logan Helton, Kody Neagles, they have all really got it out there working this draft pack up at the front of the field here. And back to 16th position, Richard Kuhn, only 1 second off there. So you got 16 cars underneath 1 second. One wrong push up front. We saw Neagles getting really aggressive to the backside of the 63 of Logan Helton. At what point, if you're Helton, does that become annoying?
Yeah, right now I'm trying to watch the timing and scoring to figure out where Zach Workman and Peter deBorja came out in relation to this group. It looks like they must have a little bit of a draft to pull up to them, but they were in that dangerous spot that you don't want to be in, where you really have to push aggressive. And as a championship driver, that's another risk you don't want to take. So maybe they have to rethink their strategy for the next stop and all these remaining pit stops that they're going to have, because you do not want to lose contact with all the leaders, because that's your race.
They're about 3 seconds back.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're being held on right now by Anthony English and Richard Kuhn. They're being that almost bridge to that front gap. Those guys fell off the main pack a little bit, and they're helping to pull them right back up there.
Yeah, they need to. This is the part where I'm going to say that they need to be super aggressive right here if they need to catch this pack. Make sure that they stay with this pack, because otherwise you're going to see hopes go down the drain unless we get a caution for Peter.
All right, so right now, Peter deBorja struggling behind the rest of our championship contenders. Sebastian Marin, Logan Helton, Kody Neagles, they are finding themselves in the top 5. And this is anyone's race still. Al, 25 laps to go. How do you feel this is shaping up? We talked about it before the race started, who we thought was going to win, who was what, who was doing where, and popcorn, butter. What's going on, Al?
I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of in the likes of Sebastian Marin. He's got the teammate to the back bumper, Logan Helton. He's been fast, but he doesn't have a teammate out there. Now the third line starting to get up there, and it's starting to get sketchy. The side drafts starting to get a little bit more intense. The pushes are going to get more intense. And these cars is almost contact between Holloway and Neagles. Now Neagles up to the door panel of the number 9 and 8 Warren. Warren's going to drive off the turn number 2. He'll have to back out of it, as Neagles with a good push to the backside of Logan Helton. 3 wide action championship contender in the sandwich as they work here in the turn number 3, and the car starting to move around. Tires starting to get a little bit greasy. When do you need to take tires? I mean, we know that the track position is important, but at what point do tires start to fall off and handling become an issue?
Yeah, you saw a very mixed strategy at the stage break. A lot of people at that end of stage 2 like to come get 4 tires. You saw Logan Helton did that. That's going to help him huge down the stretch with the handling of his car, having those fresh right side tires, because under a green flag condition, you are only taking left side tires most of the time, because you don't want to give up that extra second on pit road. And that's really what this race comes down to, is those little tiny things that all build up to help you maintain or gain track position.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Peter wanted to see there with that 3 wide. you know, with Richard and Anthony laying off because they didn't want to get involved in that wreck there, was able to get Peter back into this group now. So now you got Peter still in the hunt for the championship. He's at the very tail end of this pack right here. And maybe his pit strategy that we said earlier, maybe he can cut it down to where there's just one pit stop for him, and maybe there's like, I don't know how many gallons, you know, obviously I'm not in the car right now, but who knows if Logan and them may have to take 2 pit stops here to finish this race.
We're riding on board with the 40 of Peter deBorja as he is at the tail end of our championship contenders. Sebastian Marin, Logan Helton, Kody Neagles all inside the top 5, but they are just ahead of this 40. 22 laps to go as they come off of turn number 4 to make it 21 laps to go. And Al, we've got one more pit stop to go. When do you come down pit road?
I think it depends on who you are. If you're deBorja, I think you almost want to get in line as soon as that window opens. I don't know if you play it safe and put enough, you know, get into a far enough window where the green, white, checkered fuel amount is a factor. Here tonight, the race has been fairly clean. Not a lot of precarious situations for drivers out there, but I guess anything can happen. And I think, I don't know, it depends. deBorja working the outside line right now. He's making his way towards the top 10.
I think he's aiming for maybe getting down here to the bottom here, just trying to see if he can shoot to the bottom. And if he pits with these guys, he knows that he has a chance to come out in front because he's got more fuel in the tank than the rest of these drivers up here. You know, since he stayed out those extra 2 or 3 laps that he was with, I think, and there he is moving down there. I think he's going to aim for Sebastian and them to pit, and he's going to aim with them so that way he can come out in front.
And one thing that's going to be huge to watch here at the end, we've been talking about teammates and teams running strong together. Right now, Kody has Vicente running with him, and Peter only has Zach with him. Those teams, their 2 teams have been split up. The rest of Peter's team is 8 seconds behind, and JD Crow will be not this car that the pack is going to lap, but the next one. How is that going to have to impact their decision making when it comes to pit road?
Yeah, and they got and Logan has all of Alliance up there as well. So it looks like Logan has like the advantage here with all his teammates, but we'll see.
All right, guys, with under 20 laps to go, if you are still with us in YouTube chat, let us know who you think the championship for, who will win amongst them, who will win the race. Let us know who your favorite driver is. Let us know who you are cheering for. And if you haven't done so yet, please give a thumbs up for these drivers in the broadcast because they will come back, they will watch it, and so far tonight we have had some big numbers. Let's keep it going. These guys will for sure come back and watch this championship night, so let them know you appreciate the show they are putting on for you. As here we go, 18 laps to go. I think we're now looking at the fuel window to be open for the final pit stop of the night. But keep in mind, we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered. So now, Al, the dice are in your hands. What do you do?
I think you blow on them and hope for snake eyes. That's what I think. You want to get to the end of this one under green flag conditions. We're going to see as now the inside lane will pull off. And
big moment. So everyone gets onto pit road, but the drivers who stayed out, Jim Mayer actually dropped down below the yellow line as there was a big checkup, but we stay green. 13 cars stay out. Peter deBorja, Kody Neagles, and Logan Helton all stay out. Sebastian Marin came down pit road as soon as that fuel window opened. So Al, go ahead and take it away from here.
Yeah, right now Logan Helton there, I was going to say Kody Neagles and Vicente Guerrero, they had to drop all the way to the back of this single file line, and this time off turn number 4, everybody else in that top is going to lead. Zach Workman really charging pit road, locks them up. Everybody clean and green on to pit road. Hopefully no speeding penalties for anybody that comes down pit road. Looks like the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds sitting on pit road might have inherited a pit road penalty in the first go round. Everybody in their stalls, and the first one down and away will be the 63 of Helton. He's going to win the pit road race off of pit road as Dan Harrington still holds on to your race lead down the backstretch.
Yeah, for Logan Helton, you have Mark Mann and Zach Workman coming off side by side. That's going to hurt them coming off pit road. And you had Sebastian come out nose to tail with Jeff Crosby and Hunter Reynolds. They're going to have a big run catching this group, and they're going to just get more and more draft as they build through this pack. It's going to be fascinating to see how much speed they have when they catch them and if they're able to clear them, and that'll change everything here.
Yeah, Neagles got separated from Guerrero. Now they're going to come up through here. They're going to go 3 wide here at the front of the field. And just like that, Sebastian Marin's going to flash by them. So they clear them. To your point, Kevin, they clear them, win the run. But now you have Marin and Reynolds separated up here. Reynolds will drop to the inside. I suspect that Marin will as well. And just like that, like I was a spotter, that is what happens up at the front of this one. Peter deBorja right there with Workman, though. Helton and Mann, they got 3 Alliance Motorsports entries. And deBorja goes to the outside. That was close on the backstretch.
That's a moment.
Oh,
the racing,
it's still not
these
done.
guys are going to dice it up.
In trouble. Peter deBorja in trouble into the grass up onto the racetrack. Right in front of Nate Warren. Contact. And yellow flag is out. Dan Holloway involved. Oh, but deBorja gets clipped by the spinning car of Elliott. Disaster here after pit stops with 14 laps to go.
So our second caution for an incident, and this one is going to include a championship contender, and Peter deBorja is tore up from the floor up as he battled tooth and nail. Let's see this final contact. The 9 of Nate Warren got into him, and then the 21 of Daniel Holloway, the 51 of Travis Elliott, they make contact as well. But this was a crash that took all the way off of turn number 2. So down the backstretch off of turn number 2. And it looked like a huge moment of netcode. That was just awkward from that point of view. Let's take another look here. See if we can figure out what happened.
That has happened in a couple of our races in the past. I mean, it's once in a blue moon. I'd say once, not every 2 months. There's just a random netcode glitch that'll instantly just destroy. For some reason, I mean, the physics of iRacing just absolutely destroys the car that the guy is pushing, just destroys his front end and just absolutely kills his car. And I think that's one of the moments that we see there.
Yeah, if you watch Peter deBorja's car, it's like a bomb goes off right in front of him, and his front end is all bashed in with no contact from anybody. It's one of those unfortunate things, and it's going to impact the end here. Now you're going to have Peter having to be very aggressive to get all of his track position back.
Does that help the fact that we're under yellow flag? Obviously, he's tore up his car. He's got to go to the backup car now. But the pack will be together, so it's not like he got loose on the backstretch and then lost the draft. Yeah, he tore up a race car, but he's going to be able to come in, jump into that backup car, and maybe get in line with some of the teammates to help him get back to the front.
Either way, we're going to take a quick break because we've all been talking forever with no water. So guys, we're going to step away for a moment and we'll be right back after this. No one go anywhere. Give us just a moment to catch our breath and get a drink.
racing. You wanted the best. You got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the green flag has come out with 10 laps to go. Here we go to wrap up season number 9. Zach Fritsch has had to step away as his fatherly duties have taken over from race control. So Zach, thank you very much for joining us here tonight. And man, big shout out, big thank you for not only running OP, but for joining us here tonight. Logan Helton in the 63 drops down to the inside. He is out in front of the 23 of Sebastian Marin. Al Smith still with me. Kevin Freeze still with me. Guys, Al, here we go. 9 laps to go.
9 laps to go, and Logan Helton up on the front of this one, trying to put a feather in the cap on what has been an awesome season for him in Alliance Motorsports. Oh, trouble behind, Workman in the wall. We'll put Reynolds in the outside wall. Yellow flag is out, and now Sebastian Marin, a lone soldier for Fuel Sim Racing, as they're still wrecking as the 44 of English goes around off the corner, number two, and I believe everyone else was able to make it by. Checking on our championship cars, Neagles has a little bit of front end damage, I do believe, maybe not.
On board with the 44 of Anthony English, as he had a good view of what was going down and then got turned around and spun around as the yellow flag flies once again. Let's take another look on board with the 40 of Peter deBorja. Peter, who has already burned his fast repair, has got to do all he can to protect this car, and he gets on the binders in a big way and is able to avoid any sort of trouble. The 06 of Kody Neagles, not sure if he got into the outside wall when this started, but he was able to pick his way through afterwards.
Yeah, it looks like luckily Kody was able to make it through that clean. It's huge for him, and that's really the danger of being in Peter's spot. Kody was a little further back in track position. They have to be aggressive, but also take care of their stuff throughout this race. The end here, it's going to be a hard balance, but that took out some cars, and that's going to be some free track position for Peter as well.
Do want to give a shout out to F5 Tornado. Thank you very much for coming in and joining us. Hope you're enjoying the show. Stick around for the finish. We got 7 laps to go in our regularly scheduled program, as the 53 of Dave Hunt gets the wave around. He gets back on the lead lap. That will give us 23 cars on the lead lap. Daniel Holloway, Jimmy Reynolds, James Mayer, Jeremy Funk, Sean McCara, and BK Anderson all not on the lead lap. So, gentlemen, we lost Zach Fritsch, but we're back to us who started this thing out. So I will give the floor to you, Kevin, as a driver here in OP Racing, super speedway aficionado, if you will. 6 laps to go when you come around. Lights go out on the pace car. Where's your heart rate at? Where's your plan at? What are you doing to win this championship?
Well, I think Kody is in a really tough spot right now because he's on the bottom. He's going to be restarting on the bottom lane. He's going to need somebody to either get a really bad start or need to make a really aggressive move to clear himself to the top. He also has his teammate restarting behind him, so that also isn't going to help him because he's not going to have that guaranteed pusher staying with him. Right now, Logan's going to have the advantage all the way through turn 2. That upper lane is going to have the run coming off the corner. Is he able to build enough of a run that Sebastian can stay to Logan's outside? That's going to be the key here, because if he is able to do that, it's going to be a really tight race all the way to the finish. You know Logan wants to defend that middle lane, and if he is able to, Sebastian's in a tough spot because all of Logan's teammates are restarting in that upper lane as well. Or at least you have Mark Mann as a pusher, so Sebastian's in a tight box here with what his options are. He's just going to have to ride as tight as he can to Logan all the way through the turn.
I was just going to ask that. Is you have the Alliance Motorsports teammate, Mark Mann, going to start behind Marin. Does he push him? Does he push Marin, or does he lay back and kind of get that outside line to fall back? It's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see, but you also know racing with Mark a lot that while there are team games, no doubt, that happen a lot, but Mark is one of those guys who will race everybody heads up. Nobody wants to win a championship because somebody didn't push the other. You want to race this right now, it's 1v1 up front. The other two guys need a lot of help in order to get back up there. So race it out clean. You know Jeff is going to push his heart out, and Mark's going to do the same. It's just going to be who gets the best restart here.
All right, here they come off of turn number 4. The Ford Mustang, light failure once again. Probably should have bought a Chevy. Here they come. Pace car down and away into the restart zone. Logan Helton, Sebastian Marin, championship contenders on the front row for the restart. The 63, the 23 on the throttle, heading off into turn number 1. Could we see this one go to the end of this race without another caution? It is 1v1 at the front, as Kevin said, and right now it is all Logan Helton.
And right now they work off turn number 2, and Helton able to get back there. Man, push, but not as aggressive as we've seen him in the past. That really put the outside lane back a little bit. Now here comes Crossy back.
He's in the back.
deBorja gets Peter deBorja up and over, hard wreck cars upside down in 3 and 4, and the championship's hopes for the extra life number 40 come to a crashing halt here tonight in the season finale. Vicente Guerrero also involved. Tough break here in turns 3 and 4. Yellow lights are out, and I believe that'll send us into overtime for the championship race in season 9.
I think that might, but man, what a tough break for Peter deBorja in the 40. Sean Stevens in the 27 comes down onto him. That 40 up in smoke. He already burned his one fast repair as he goes tumbling over and over. The 27 of Sean Stevens goes wheels to Jesus. Peter deBorja, unfortunately, trying to roll as far as he can to get everything he can, but his night is done. What a tough break for the 40, and he is our first championship contender out of the race here tonight. Ooh. Big impact, big implications, and you got to feel for him because that 40 really never gave up. He still hasn't given up. He knows that engine is blown. He's doing 6 miles an hour. As we're watching the replay, he is going as far as he can in this race. He knows his night is done, but he will coast to the end of this line. And now he finally hits pit road, and here comes Logan Helton, Sebastian Marin. They pass him. They put him a lap down. And there's going to be more laps down for the 40 of Peter deBorja before the night is done and over with. Kody Neagles in the 6th, though. He's out there. He's got some work to do. But Logan Helton, Sebastian Marin, they're out in front.
Cody barely cleared that wreck. If you look at the replay when that car came up, he's very lucky.
I think he's got to thank Sanchez for just clipping deBorja enough to change the directory of that number 40. I don't think he could have fit a slice of paper between those cars, and Neagles is going to be able to live to see another day. Think one of his 9 lives there, if he was a cat, was used in that wreck there. So Neagles still alive. 3 of the 4 cars, well, they are still alive and ready to battle for this championship as we are in overtime attempt number 1. I believe we'll get that this time by. What has been a pretty calm race as, well, the aggressiveness has gone up. We know that the top 4 drivers wanted to win tonight, but the rest of them also want to end the season on a high note. Maybe kickstart season number 10. But we got to get to that checker flag here first, KR. And tonight, we crown a champion for season 9. Who's it going to be?
This is going to be a very interesting restart. Where does Logan choose to restart? Does he want the bottom? Okay, because
it's inside.
Does he want to keep Sebastian behind him, or did he want his teammate? That was a decision he had to make.
You want to trap Sebastian.
I want the bottom. Yeah, I want the bottom, but let's say they get a better restart and they can push out. That opens up a lot of things. It's all these decisions here at the end are really important. Something that can win or lose you a championship.
Speaking of losing a championship, a tough break to Peter deBorja in the 40. His night is done. But man, what an outstanding season he has had. That 40 has been in championship contention all season long. And to have it come to an end 3 laps early. Tough break for him. But I'll tell you what, Logan Helton, he has no sympathy for the 40. Logan Helton looking for his first championship ever here in OP. So too is the 23 of Sebastian Marin. Kody Neagles, the rookie who has nothing to lose. Can he pull something out here? All you have to do is be on the lead lap when the white flag comes out, and then you have a shot at winning this race. We have seen it happen. We have seen green-white checkered attempts put somebody who has been multiple laps down end up on the podium, but they were able to be on the lead lap when the white flag came out. Here we go. Green flag is out. 3, make it 2 laps to go. Green-white checkered attempt number 1. Logan Helton, Sebastian Marin battling it all for the championship. Kody Neagles in the 06 has some work to do to make it happen. Here they come out off of turn number 2 onto the backstretch.
Off turn number 2, and what could have been a very big moment on the start there. Sebastian Marin spun the tires on the restart, got into the side of the Seabrands, and now they work down the backstretch. Outside line, here comes Kody Neagles, the rookie, going for the race lead into turn number 3.
Yeah, that bottom line is not very tight, but you see them get the run back into the corner, off the corner. It's going to be interesting to see. Does Kody get the run that he needs? He needs Vicente to close up the Zach there.
Oh, Sebastian Marin out of shape. Here they come. White flag is out. Final time around. Kody Neagles and Logan Helton are battling. Meanwhile, Sebastian Marin is spinning, and he is out of this one. Now it comes down to the 06 and the 63.
Off of turn number 2 they come. Neagles slides back a little bit. Workman's got to push him. It's 3 versus 2. Down the backstretch they come. Neagles losing ground as the inside line starts to pedal faster. Logan Helton has 2 corners left to become a champion in OP racing.
As he comes off of turn number 4, he has 2 Alliance Teammates Motorsports behind him. Here he comes. Logan Helton, who has had an outstanding season, who has had amounts of heartbreak throughout the entire OP Monday night career, finally gets it done here on Monday night and picks up his first championship win. Logan, the Kid Helton, your season 9 champion. in his race to lose, and he found a way to win it. And Kody Neagles ends up in second, the rookie from Limitless. Nobody could see this one coming when we started season 9 off. And Kevin, oh my goodness, tell us what you're thinking right now.
Absolutely heck of a drive by Logan tonight. He did everything he had to do, made his pit stops perfect, stayed up front just like he said he wanted to, stayed out of trouble. Like anytime there was people getting all dicey and sketchy around him, he managed to maintain his spot, not get caught up in anything, did everything he needed. Great race by Logan.
Oh my goodness, Logan Helton is going to be ecstatic. He finally has picked up that championship that he has long waited for here on Monday night. A driver well capable of winning a championship, but it has been long overdue. And so let's take a moment and let him celebrate as he burns it down on the front stretch. And so as he celebrates, I will run through our results real quick. Our championship 4 is looking like Logan Helton is the winner. Kody Neagles ends up in second. Sebastian Marin third. Peter deBorja fourth. But in the race, Rick Seabrands comes home second. Kody Neagles rounding out the top step of the podium. Zach Workman ends up fourth. And Mark Mann in fifth. Travis Elliott sixth. Eric Laurie seventh. Eighth goes to Gabe Butler. Ninth, Richard Kuhn. Rounding out your top 10 is Nate Warren. Dave Hunt 11th. Jimmy Reynolds 12th. 13th, Anthony English. 14th, Dan Harrington. Andy Brigante ending up in 15th spot. Vicente Guerrero in 16th. 17th place going to Tyler Miller. Daniel Holloway 18th. 19th place is none other than Jack Crosby Jr. Sebastian Marin 20th. JD Crow 21st. 22nd, Hunter Reynolds. Peter deBorja 23rd. Sean Stevens 24th. 25th, Richard Sanchez. Jim Mayer 26th. 27th, Jeremy Funk. 28th, Sean McCara. And BK Anderson, who did not start this race, finds himself. Oh, I'm sorry. BK Anderson did end up turning 13 laps, but he ended up in 29th. And now we see Logan Helton turning a victory lap, aka Alan Kawicki style. Are you guys ready to interview our championship 4?
I don't know if I'm prepared for what's about to happen, but yes.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pull up the driver who has won the championship. We will kick this off with none other than Logan Helton, our season 9 championship winner. Logan, how are you doing, bud?
Let's freaking go.
Let's go for sure. Your pizza, your Gatorade, whatever it is, nice job. You finally got it done after years or seasons of trying. That 63 is season 9 champion.
That was all thanks to Rick and my team. That whole race, that was a really cool sight to see. The last 2 seasons, I pushed my teammates to championships, and finally got that championship for myself on Monday nights. And it was from Rick and my team pushing me all night long. I can't thank them enough. Just so thankful that I have such a great team, and I just am so excited. We finally got the championship win. I really don't know what to say. I think we also got the win record for this season. We got 6 wins on the season, and we had, like, oh my lord, it was something insane, like 13 top 5s and 14 top 10s. Just an incredible season. And I'm so glad with such an amazing season we had that we were able to walk away with the championship and seal it.
Well, your ButtKicker season 9 championship, Logan, we have seen you battle season in and season out to try and get this done, but this season, it seems like you found another level, 6 wins to your credit. How does this ButtKicker championship feel, and how did you pull off so many wins? What changed for you that you said, I am here and y'all gonna have to deal with me?
I think it was I really don't know. I was tired of getting to the end and being too scared to do stuff, and that's why my strategy all season long was qualify up front, stay up front, and win. And I really am not quite sure what made it all possible, but you know, having a great team behind me at Alliance Motorsports definitely helped, and we just had a brawl there. And all season long, especially in this field where there's a lot of talent in here this season, it was just, I really don't even know what to say. Just a great season.
All right, man. Well, it is a lot to process, and we're going to let you process it. But for the final time here in season 9, I want to know who you have to thank, and I want to know what your secret sauce was for tonight.
Well, first, I got to thank you guys for broadcasting at Turn 3 Racing Network. You guys did an amazing job all season long. I got to thank my teammate at Alliance Motorsports once again for the amazing push. And thanks again so much to Rick Seabrands on that last lap, staying with me, and Mark as well, and Daniel, and Jim. Unfortunately, got caught up in a wreck early, and he was able to come back though, and help out how he needed to. And I got to thank all my friends and family who support me and watch these races. I got to thank Nexus Esports, Justin Rowden, for once again the amazing paint scheme. And for the finale, what I had tonight was, of course, we had our cheese pizza and we had a Coca-Cola.
All right, man. Well, nice job. That 63 finally gets the championship. Man, I know this has been one that you've been waiting for. It's been one that I've wanted to see you win. I called it here before it started. I said this was your race to lose, and I felt it was your season. Nice job, man. Congratulations. I am very happy for you. If I had to channel Tammy or Maxine, I would just be like, ah! So nice job, Logan.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in the booth. I don't know if Kevin and Al are still here, but thank you guys for the amazing broadcasting and commentating all year long. Wouldn't have been the same without you guys, and I'm just so excited, and I can't wait to go drink some apple juice tonight.
All right, there you go. Logan Helton, our season 9 championship winner and the race winner. Nice job, Logan. Once again, congratulations on getting it done here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, now we move on to the driver who finished second in the championship, who had nothing to lose and everything to gain, comes up just one spot short. But Al, I think you've caught up with the driver of the 6, and that is none other than Kody Neagles.
Yeah, down here with Rookie of the Year, and Kody, you had a shot at it. What did you need to get past the 63 there on the final laps? And man, that was a close call leading up into that final green-white checkered attempt. When that wreck happened, what was going through your mind?
First off, I want to thank, before I even start, I feel like I have to thank everyone at Limitless for even putting me in this position. Going into that final restart, I had an ally in Zach, and I knew he was giving me signals that he was probably going to clear some room for me, and I really appreciate it. So we ended up going up to the 3rd. I had Workman behind me, and then Vince was behind him, so I had the 3 I wanted. I was, ideally I wanted to be on the bottom, but I'll settle with that top lane. I knew I could get it done from there. The wreck happened, and I looked behind me and everywhere, and it seemed like pretty much everybody was separated, and I had my team behind me. And unfortunately, I think Andy might have got into Vince a little bit there when that wreck was taking place, and if Rick running
Love
into
tap.
me. God,
Love
a
tap.
little bit of a love tap. I'm shaking right now, but no, I really just needed Vince to try to get through that. If we'd have been 3-on-3 on the last lap, at least I'd have had a chance. I seen the writing on the wall, man. When it's just 3-on-2, I knew I really probably wasn't going to get it done. I was going to race clean, and if I finish second in the standings to Logan, it's a fantastic rookie season, and now that's just going to make me even more hungry. I didn't get a win in my rookie season, but I got second in standings, so I've learned a lot. And I'll come back next season a better driver.
Yeah, I mean, to come in here and I think, to my knowledge, this is the best a rookie has done on the OP Premier Monday Night Series with their first season. What was it like? I mean, what takeaways can you do or take with you to go into your sophomore season next season to take and maybe improve one spot better?
Oh, just seeing the strategy of like Alliance Motorsports, man. A lot of this season was just a learning experience for me, and seeing what the top dogs are out there doing. You know, I had people that were confident in me that I could come in here and do well, and I had doubters. And I wanted to hopefully prove my doubters wrong and make my teammates and fans out there happy. I got friends, family, coworkers watching, and I couldn't be prouder of the way I've ran this season. And I definitely think I can get it done. I just need things to kind of fall my way, and in my rookie season, it just about happened. So I'm on the podium. I finished second, I believe, this season, so I'm all right with it. Congrats, Logan. I mean, you freaking earned it, dude. This is your 6th season. You've placed no worse than 6th. Like, you deserve it, man. You've been the best this season. That's all I can say. So I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of my team. Fantastic season, guys, and great job calling everything in the booth.
Well, we appreciate that, but we're going to roll the red carpet out one last time for you for this season. Who made it all possible to come up second and be the Rookie of the Year in the OP Premier Monday Night Series? Who makes it all possible behind the scenes for this 06 team?
Thank my Limitless team, Coach JD Crow, walking me through everything. Very smart racer out there, and he guided our team every step of the way. Vince and BK for being fantastic teammates, and honestly, just everyone out here for making this league feel as valuable. Like, the championship means something to everybody, because this is like my bet for the hardest SS league out there. Definitely, like, as far as like non-pro goes, like, these dudes are just as good as it gets. And you got 2 road to pro guys running in here. I mean, there's absolute studs from start to finish. So I lay it all out on the line. Thank you guys at Turn 3 Racing Network for putting on a great show for my friends and family to watch. Everyone in the league, fantastic job, and I cannot wait for season 10.
Well, congratulations, Kody. Go celebrate this great season. I heard you might have some chili and some family over, so go celebrate with them. Good, congratulations, and we'll see you in season 10.
Thank you.
Kody Neagles coming home in that number 2 spot. KR, and what a great season for a rookie to come in here on Monday nights.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, Kody Neagles had a great season, but now let's move on to the driver who finished 3rd in the championship season. And Kevin, I'm going to throw you under the bus. You get to interview our 3rd place finisher here in season number 9.
Oh, that just makes Sebastian's night. Sebastian, great race tonight. You did everything you could. What more did you need there at the end in terms of the restart or anything like that that was in your control?
I needed a teammate behind me instead of Logan's teammate behind me, who decided to just fully run like 50% throttle and not be any help at all. And then off of 4, Logan went to the middle, which was the right move by him. And then I went up a bit to side draft because I knew Mark wasn't going to push me at all. And I think Crosby came down a slight bit. We touched, I saved it, and I think we were 4 wide at that point, and people started bouncing off each other. And I got spun through the grass. I knew I wasn't going to win, so to be honest, I just alted forward. So disappointing end to the season, but overall, it was a great season.
Yeah, looking back at the season, how do you think you ran? What are you looking forward to maybe changing next year to secure your spot further?
Next season, probably looking in to bring more teammates in. So maybe we can put up a challenge to all of Logan's teammates and all those guys up there. Because to be honest, I knew I wasn't gonna win with so many of them up there. I was just hoping that we either wrecked or a gap opened up, because my odds were not looking good. So yeah, maybe just getting some more teammates, and when that comes in, I think we'll have another great season, and hopefully we can close one out for the championship for Oregon.
Did a great job this year. Who do you have to thank for the season?
Well, I'll give a shout out to my team: FSR, Hunter, Jimmy Reynolds, Josh, and who else? Six. Oh my God, I forgot his name. I'm so sorry, Dustin. There we go. They were great teammates throughout the whole season. Obviously, they've missed the later part of the season, so that's a little unfortunate. But I want to thank them for giving me an opportunity to run with them, and I'll give a shout out to you guys, the broadcast crew, for putting on this broadcast for the entire season. I tend to rewatch the races back, just again learn, see what happened, look at the incidents, etc. And shout out to OP for putting on this league. Definitely had a lot of fun, a lot of ups and downs, but I'm looking forward for next season, and hopefully I can lock up a championship then.
Absolutely. You got a strong season. It's going to be fun. Hopefully racing with you next season. Get to mix it up on the track, and best of luck when we will see you then.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That would be highly appreciated. We will see. We'll talk in the off season.
Very good.
All right, there you have it. Sebastian Marin, the driver who brought it home third in this season 9 championship. But now let's move on to our 4th and final championship contender. And I have caught up with the driver of the 40. He was the first one out of the championship battle, but man, he was in it till the end. Peter, a tough break for you here tonight, but you still found a way to do what you could. And I saw you crawling. You pushed that car as far as you could, man.
Ah, man. Well, it's a lame way for it to go down, but I mean, lap 89, I thought we were, or even like lap 87, I thought we were in the catbird seat. I thought where we were at as far as fuel goes, like we were before that last green flag stop, Workman and I were right there with the leaders. We had more fuel than everybody else, so our pit stop would be a little shorter. We came out of pit road, and Sebastian and Hunter were on the bottom, and Workman got trapped down there. But as soon as I pushed Jeff clear, he was going to jump up, and I thought we could have got Jeff clear and been leading the middle lane and been in a really great spot. And then that glitch happened, and like nothing. It stinks, but there's nothing to get mad at about it. Like it yourself, like those are the ones that make you get really frustrated. Is when you make mistakes in these races and you get really mad about what should have I done, what could have I done. I put myself in perfect position there, and iRacing just didn't want it to happen. So I'm okay with that one. Then it puts me in the back of the field for the last restart there that I thought we had a shot at. Well, I guess not the last restart. The last restart for me, not for everybody else. And the middle lane kind of checked up there. I had to pull a move on Kody. Vicente just went high on the restart to let him up, and I was right behind Kody, and I knew the 51 was in front of us, and he was going to the third lane as soon as anyone even touched the pavement up there. He was excited to go. So Kody went up there too, and I wanted to kind of fake Kody up there and jump back to the middle. And then I just saw all this real estate right there behind my teammate Dan Harrington on the bottom, and I saw Brigante and Sean Stevens in the middle there, and I was like, all right, they'll hang out in the middle because Dan's going to hold them up a little bit, and then I can dive to the bottom and be behind Dan, and we'll be behind, just Rick or whatever, and be right there by the leaders. And something happened in the middle lane. It checked up, scared Sean. He started fading out and drifting down the bottom, and I put him in a bad spot. So I know that was me, and feel bad for the guys that I wrecked there at the end, but I think they understand my predicament as, a championship contender with a couple laps to go, having to get up there as fast as humanly possible. So I hope that justifies my actions a little bit in their eyes, and they're not too mad at me, but I think that's just the nature of the beast. I think I had to make that move to have a chance at the title, and I think before that I was in a really, really good spot to do it. So it stinks to get a 4th place, but I'm holding my head high.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, it has been an outstanding season number 9. A lot of growth came out of this 40 race camp. So what can we expect out of season 10, which is going to kick off here in the next few weeks?
Man, and before I talk about next season, I want to also take a moment to thank all the guys I ran with this season. Gabe and Eric are going to be running with me in the future too, so that's pretty great. We're wishing Zach Workman best wishes at his new team, and we're leaving Meteor Racing behind, but I know Dan Harrington's going to keep it running really, really great. He took chances on all of us when we came in as rookies and has been an OP for quite a long time, and I just wanted to make sure he got a proper shout out for being awesome and supportive of all of us and kind of welcoming us all in and kind of showing us the ropes when we first got to this league. So, mad props to Dan, and I hope to see him a lot more on the track next season. Hopefully works a little bit more friendly, even though we might not be on the same team. It's going to be awesome to see that 82 out there. But for next season, it's do more of the same. I hope just to have a really good, consistent season. When the playoffs start, turn it on and make sure the round of 16 is solid. Make sure the round of 8 is solid, and then get to the Final Four and see what happens. This is my 6th Final Four, and that's like kind of a stupid amount. Like for you go look at the list of OP drivers, like most of them never get to this number. I think only Rick and Mark have more. Now, I don't have anything to show for it. I've got a few thirds and some fourths now, but I've never even gotten second in any of these things. But I don't think that means that I'm choking. I just think it means that when I get to the Final Four, everybody that's left is way better than me. And usually in the Final 8s, I think that everyone's way better than me. But we're just able to put some good races together in the playoffs and have been fortunate enough to find ourselves there. If that happens again next season, awesome. But I'm pretty realistic about it. I think ideally we would love to have just a team driver in the Final Four, or maybe 2 guys in the top 8 this time. Like I've never been on a team with 2 drivers in the top 8. So I think, well, I guess my first year we had it, but it didn't really work out very well. But I think the team thing is what makes super speedway racing great, and I've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by great teammates, and I've been a little bit lucky, but just because I've been lucky now doesn't mean I'll be lucky in the future. So I'm just being realistic about it. I got great guys I believe in next season that believe in me too, and hopefully our squad is heard from next year.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations. 4th place on season number 9, but I have a feeling we haven't had the last of you here in OP Racing. I think a championship is on the horizon for this 40 Extra Life machine.
Man, I hope so. That would be really neat. But there's a lot of guys who have 1 championship and 1 Final Four, and they got it done when it mattered. But it's super speed racing. There's a lot of variance. Look at the guy who just finally got his first one. He's got like 5 times as many wins as me and a billion top 5s and an incredible qualifying average and race finishing average, and how many top 5s he has. I think he had more top 5s this season in OP than I have in Mondays in like my 3 seasons combined. So, if that's how long it takes to get a championship, that goes to show that it doesn't always go to the best guy in the field. So I might be able to steal one, but if I don't get one, that's okay too, because the 63 is one of the best drivers we have, and he went quite a long time before he got his.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The 40 of Peter deBorja, 4th place here in season number 9. Not the race he wanted to have, but man, I'll tell you what, still had a positive attitude. That is Peter deBorja, driver of the Extra Life 40. Once again, congratulations, Peter.
Thanks so much, guys, and congrats, Logan, man. Glad to see you finally get it.
All right. Well, boys, Kevin, Al, season 9 in the books. So, Kevin, real quick, thank you for joining me. The first time I've had you in the booth. So, thoughts, feelings? Can I see you in here again?
Oh, absolutely. This was fun. It was a great race to be a part of and watch. You had a lot of interesting turns through the race that changed the outlook. You thought Logan was out of it for a little while, then he put himself back in position. Then you unfortunately had that netcode glitch with Peter that just ended his race, and the unfortunate event coming to white with Sebastian. But a great run by Kody. Again, an awesome race by Logan. He did everything he could, put himself in the best position for a majority of that race and controlled it.
That he did. And Al, we know you're going to step away for a while, and hopefully join us back in March. So Al, one more time, I'm going to put it in your hands. Sign us out and let OP know how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, what a great season. I'm looking forward to getting back. Just got to step away for a little bit for personal reasons, but we'll be back as soon as I can, and really looking forward to that. I mean, it's the premier series for a reason. You get the racers put on such a great show for super speedway racing. They should be very proud of it themselves, and one of the most competitive series on the sim, not only just because of super speedway racing, but just the competition. Anybody from 1st to 35th on a weekly basis could end up in winner's circle and become a champion. So just really been proud to be part of the broadcast. KR, thank you for asking me to come in here. I want to thank the guys at OP Premier Series for allowing me to come in and have some fun on Monday nights, and hopefully all the viewers out there enjoyed the broadcast, and really looking forward to watching season 10, jumping in at some point during season 10 possibly if time allows for it, but just really thankful for the opportunity to be with you, the illustrious the Turn 3 Racing Network wheelman KR Stolfus.
And with that being said, one more time, huge shout out to our ButtKicker Championship season number 9, Logan Helton in the 63. Ladies and gentlemen, how about this race? How about this season? And so, until we kick it off again for season 10 here in the next few weeks, y'all stay safe. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much, Al. Thank you so much, Kevin. And thank you so much to ButtKicker. And with that being said, we're signing off on season number 9. Y'all have a good night, and y'all stay safe.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker. The future is feeling.